We want to bring in Melanie Collette, she's the former vice chair of the New Jersey Federation of Republican Women. This is not a fair deal. I mean, we look at this, there's a lot of families right there that are holding out hope that their loved ones are going to be part of this first 13. A lot of them are not going to get the 13 that as included as part of this group. Why are they drawing this out the way that they are?
Well, I think they're drawing it out so that they could have some kind of leverage over the Israelis and the United States. You know, what I find the most surprising about this deal in general is that the United States has not been more involved, that the United States has not been screaming and emphasizing the fact that we have Americans that are being held hostage, and we are not acting like Americans who have Americans held hostage. At least in my opinion, the administration is not acting like that. It's very frustrating.
Why do you think that they didn't release Americans in this first batch of 13?
Part of what I suspect, at least what I'm feeling, is that America didn't push hard enough. I mean, I might be wrong, but I thought that we were the most powerful nation in the world, and we can't get Americans in this first batch of hostages released, and we weren't even all that active in getting this hostage negotiation deal done. That is frustrating and as well as frightening to me, because we used to be the country that you knew we were going to be able to get our people back.
Right.
Well, especially when you have a deal like this, it's being planned out in a place like Qatar, right? So Qatar has been at the center of all of this. America, I mean, we talked yesterday on the show about Dean Phillips, who's running against President Biden, or hoping to, for the presidential campaign. And he said, I would have handled this so differently. And a lot of people pushed back at him and said, it's so easy when you're sitting outside of it to make all these claims. But in this case, I think he's correct. I mean, President Biden is on vacation right now in Nantucket, allegedly on the phone right now, helping to push these deals through. But at the end of the day, it's happening in Qatar, and that's scary.
That is scary, as Qatar are no friends of the United States. They're actually very Hamas friendly. So, you know, I guess you have to deal with the hand you're dealt. But for us to handle them like they're friends is not okay, in my opinion. We should be handling them with strength, with firmness, with all that the United States is, all of that power behind us. And we're acting like that's not the case.
And the other point, too, is, I mean, this is a celebration that some people are going to be reunited with some loved ones. But what they've endured, these people, over the last number of days, this is going to be traumatic for these people. And to have to now go through the checks, the medical, the next round of this. But it's great to see that the families are going to have some, and the other families have hope. But what these people have been through is incredible.
And we cannot even begin to imagine what they've gone through as prisoners, especially when you consider the fact of what they did on October 7th. Right? So who knows what they did while they were able to keep these people captive. I read earlier today that they're saying that these people are not captive, they're guests.
Right.
It's just, what are they doing? Does anyone believe that level of propaganda? Meanwhile, we also didn't require early on proof of life, proof of condition. We have no idea, to your point, what condition these people are in. And that is also frightening.
Not until the very end there, right? Not until about, I think, the day or a couple days before they were released is when we got that.
Melanie, thank you so much. We'll get back to you here in a few minutes.